Hello everyone, I am Shuputra Pancha, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, BADS VP Dr. PG Halakatti College of Engineering and Technology, Vijaypur. So in the last class, I had discussed about hashing functions. So and the uses of those hash functions, along with that some of the techniques for visual cryptography and some of the techniques for shared secret key mechanisms. So in today's class we'll be starting that module 3. So in this we'll be discussing random number generation. So what is the importance of randomness in cryptography? So we will be discussing in detail about this random number generation. So here in this we'll be discussing something else about authentication, entity authentication. So how we can do entity authentication? So you can consider anything, any particular element as an entity, assume it, and how to provide authentication to such entities. So the one important aspect of producing authentication is a random number. So what is actually entity authentication? Entity authentication is one of the security service. So many cryptographic entity authentication mechanisms rely on randomly generated numbers. So there are several examples. In banking applications, if you are transferring some money from your account to another account, then it will ask some OTP. So that is nothing but authentication. So along with that, there are many forms of authentication. So by producing some randomness in that particular procedure. So what is exactly random number generation? So then how to generate? So what are the different techniques for generating random numbers? So random number generation plays an important role in cryptography. So many cryptographic primitives cannot function securely without randomness. So randomness is very important in cryptography. Almost all aspects of computer science, all aspects of security fields, this random number generation mechanism is used. So what is the need for randomness? Most cryptographic primitives take structured input. So there are some techniques here. So how to produce random numbers? So the very simple procedure is, most of the cryptographic primitives take structured input. You can just see here structured input, proper input, and turn it into something that has no structure. Every time it produces unpredictable output. So you can't predict at all, but you can give for a particular machine, you can give the structured input and which produces the non-structured output. Every time it gives you the unpredictable number. That is what we can call it as a randomness. And such numbers, such randomness can be used for entity authentication for security purpose in cryptographic system. Many cryptographic primitives require sources of randomness in order to function. So then what is exactly randomness? Randomness is about ideas such as unpredictability, that what I said, unpredictability and uncertainty. A random number generation process is often assessed by applying a series of statistical tests. So with this we can produce every time one unique random number. Randomness is about ideas such as unpredictability and uncertainty. A random number generation process is often assessed by applying a series of statistical tests. So what tests we can do? So now again in random number generation, so it will be divided, it will be mainly divided into two types of random number generators. So one is non-deterministic generators and another one is deterministic generators. So let us go in detail about non-deterministic generators. So what is non-deterministic generators? Again in non-deterministic generator we have two approaches. There are two general approaches to generating randomness. So now let me discuss what is exactly a non-deterministic generator. A non-deterministic generator is based on the randomness. Of course, both deterministic as well as non-deterministic produces randomness. So based on the randomness produced by physical phenomena. So there should be existed some physical device, physical machine to produce randomness, and therefore provides a source of true randomness, in the sense that source is very hard. I mean, which source we are using for producing randomness, which is actually very complex or hard, we can say, to control and replicate. So non-deterministic generators can be based on, so these two aspects very important, based on hardware as well as software. So let us discuss what are those hardware and software. So I hope you have understood what is exactly non-deterministic. So non-deterministic generator is totally dependent on the physical phenomena. Physical phenomena in the sense it gives you the uh, large machine or whatever in the form of hardware which produces true randomness, actually which is hard to produce, hard to control and replicate. So again in this we have non-deterministic generator based on hardware as well as software. So what is hardware based non-deterministic generators? So hardware based non-deterministic generators rely on the randomness of physical phenomena. Generators of this type require specialist hardware. So examples I'll tell you. Examples include, so these are general examples: measurement of the time intervals involved in radioactive decay of a nuclear atom. Measurement of the time intervals, every time the time interval will be changing, right? Measurement time intervals involved in radioactive decay of a nuclear atom. So this is what we can call it as a hardware based. Instability measurements of free running oscillators, every time oscillators will be moving. So this is totally, this is a little bit related to physics and all. So instability measurements of a free running oscillators. Quantum measurements of a single photons reflected into a mirror. So in all these criteria, in all these techniques, what we have is it produces randomness. However, because specialist hardware is required, these types of generators are relatively, that's what I said, relatively expensive. So what you need is oscillators, what you need is radioactive, nuclear atom, what you need is photons. So all this. So that's what I can say is relatively expensive. So next what we have is software based non-deterministic generators. Software based non-deterministic generators rely on the randomness of a physical phenomenon, of course, detectable by hardware contained in a computing device. So which is inside the computing device. For example, include capture of keystroke timing. So what we will be typing something in the keyboard. So whenever we type, whenever we press a particular key, so it captures the timing. So that's what we can call, that is also some sort of randomness, some value, capturing times between interrupts such as mouse clicks. So the first mouse click, second mouse click, third, like that. So it captures the times between interrupts. Mouse movements, so when we move the mouse in the, so this is totally related to computer related. So keyboard as well as mouse. Computations based on network statistics by the hardware contained in a computing device. So this is software based non-deterministic generators. So in non-deterministic generators there are two types. One is hardware based non-deterministic generators, and another one is software based non-deterministic generators. In hardware based non-deterministic generators there are some examples which of course applies in the physical phenomena. So the first one, there are different examples, say for example oscillators, photons, then nuclear atom, all this. So which is actually expensive. Now for software based, it is totally related to your computer. So that is keystroke, mouse movements, all those. Okay, disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages of this non-deterministic generators? Two problems with the non-deterministic generators: they tend to be, as I said, they tend to be expensive to implement, and second one is it is essentially impossible to produce two identical strings of true randomness in two different places. But in deterministic, actually it is possible, that will be discussed next. So these two are the main disadvantages. First one is tend to be expensive to implement. It is essentially impossible to produce two identical strings of true randomness in two different places. So next is deterministic generators. So I'll discuss this deterministic generator in the next class. Thank you.